Far too often, buyers in the firearms market spend their money based on aesthetics, prioritizing a cool appearance over reliable functionality. This mindset results in highly capable, proven firearms sitting completely ignored on store shelves while supposedly superior options sell out instantly. By looking past the trends, you can find incredibly affordable firearms that consistently deliver solid performance exactly where it matters. Starting with the handgun market, the Smith & Wesson M and P40 is a prime example of a duty pistol that gets unfairly bypassed. Buyers routinely walk right past these police trade-ins to handle shinier, newer models. As of 2026, the pricing makes this pistol a massive bargain. Clean police trade-in models typically cost between $280 and $350. If you find a pristine version with night sights, it might reach $375, while rougher examples can drop as low as $250. From an objective engineering standpoint, this firearm was purpose-built for the snappy .40 caliber cartridge, a robust stainless steel chassis integrated into the frame, a heavy slide, 4¼ barrel on the full-size model, practical accuracy, duty ammunition or standard range loads. Magazine capacity is generous for its size, 15+1 in the full size, 13+1 in the compact. Subjectively, the factory trigger on these older models feels noticeably soft, but it is a widely documented issue that is very inexpensive to correct with aftermarket parts. Even though .40 Smith & Wesson ammunition costs slightly more than 9mm, the sheer durability and service history make this sub-$350 pistol an exceptional value. That same dynamic of ignoring reliable value translates directly into the revolver market. Specifically, the Rossi RP63. Many shooters dismiss it as radioactive, due to old internet rumors, often turning around to pay double the price for a more prestigious brand engraving. The reality of the 2026 market sets this .357 Magnum at an excellent price point, $330 to $400 for a brand new unit. Used models can dip to a remarkably low $280 to $320. Mechanically, this is not an outdated piece of junk. Current production falls under Taurus, CNC machined frames, excellent cylinder lockup, greatly improved timing. It is a 6-shot steel frame revolver that flawlessly handles both 3 to 8 special for low recoil training and full power .357 Magnum for serious applications. Buyers can typically choose between 3 or 4-inch barrel lengths. On the subjective side, the double-action trigger pull is undeniably heavy straight out of the box, though it does smooth out significantly with regular use. Fortunately, the single-action brake is remarkably clean, allowing for accurate shot placement. For anyone seeking maximum ammunition flexibility without the maintenance concerns of a semi-automatic, this revolver is a highly practical choice. Moving over to shotguns. The budget tier is heavily judged on appearance, which is exactly why the Mossberg Maverick 88 security gets overlooked. People tend to distrust it simply because it lacks tactical rails and fancy accessories, even though it is essentially a utilitarian working-class version of the legendary Mossberg 500. Objectively, the build quality is exactly where it needs to be. Dual extractors, solid steel bolt, consistent reliability. This 12-gauge pump action has a 3-inch chamber capable of cycling everything from target birdshot to heavy buckshot and lead slugs without needing any special tuning. The compromises keeping the cost low are primarily the standard finish and the basic crossbolt safety. A major strategic advantage is that it accepts standard Mossberg 500 barrels and accessories, meaning future upgrades are always an option. The pricing is highly disruptive to the market. New models regularly sell for $210 to $260. Used versions frequently drop under $200. That is normal pricing, not a rare find. As a simple, rugged pump action that eats whatever ammunition you feed it, the Maverick 88 represents unmatched, no-nonsense value. When it comes to engaging targets at longer distances, shooters often blame their equipment. But the first-generation Ruger American bolt-action rifle removes those mechanical excuses entirely. This rifle features a remarkably simple and efficient action. 3-lug bolt, 70-degree lift, cold hammer forged barrel. The barrel is free-floated straight from the factory, and the solid receiver bedding system ensures consistent accuracy from shot to shot. Furthermore, the user-adjustable trigger breaks cleanly without any unpredictable, spongy feeling. In 2026, the used racks are heavily populated with models chambered in .308 Winchester and 6.5 Creedmoor. Both are readily available and capable of producing tight groups with standard mid-tier factory ammunition. Prices generally range from $350 to $450 on the used market. This low price point exists because newer generations have pushed the cost down, not because the rifle has any inherent flaws. Subjectively, the factory stock undeniably flexes if you apply heavy pressure to it, but for standard shooting from bags or a standing position, it remains a total non-issue. Finally, stepping into the pistol caliber carbine category, we have the Hi-Point 995 TS. This is unquestionably a chunky, ugly firearm that draws plenty of eye rolls and will certainly not win any popularity contests online. Yet, from an objective standpoint, its extreme mechanical simplicity makes it incredibly reliable, often outperforming fancier carbines that suffer from feed or gas issues. It operates on a straightforward, straight blowback system. Heavy bolt, fixed barrel. That fixed barrel acts as a secret advantage, allowing the carbine to shoot surprisingly tight groups with standard 9mm range ammunition. It lacks complex gas systems or proprietary internal parts, and it effortlessly cycles cheap steel cased 9mm rounds. Financially, it is an absolute steal.
Come on, Paul.
New units are priced between $280 and $350. Used models easily drop into the low 200s, making the entire rifle cheaper than some high-end triggers. There are definite subjective downsides: proprietary 10-round magazines, basic ergonomics, heavy trigger, dated stock design. However, Hi-Point backs this carbine with a lifetime warranty that follows the firearm itself, regardless of the owner. This fundamentally changes the long-term risk and value proposition for anyone seeking a highly affordable functional defensive tool.